Artist. Today we are going to be making a sketchbook. A sketchbook is a place where artists plan out different project ideas. A sketchbook is a place where an artist maybe practices. A sketchbook is an artist where they might make lists or draw. A sketchbook could be anything that's going to help you think creatively. So at the drive-thru, you are going to grab a rubber band, about 10 pieces of paper. It could be perfectly 10, it could be a little bit more, it could be a little bit less. Just kind of make a rough guess. You're also going to choose a big piece of paper for your cover. You also need to grab a popsicle stick. Because I'm making this video at home, I don't have a popsicle stick, so I'm going to be using a unsharpened pencil, but you're going to be using a popsicle stick today. And at tables to share with partners, you are going to be using a hole puncher, all right? So the first thing I need to do is fold my big paper, my cover book paper, in half. I'm folding it like a hamburger. Is this like a hamburger? Nope, that looks like a hot dog. Fold it in half like a hamburger. Next, my 10 pages that I counted out at the drive-thru, I'm going to stack them up neatly, and they are going to go inside of my cover book paper, kind of like a folder. Next part is a little bit tricky, but I think you can do it. And if you need help, talk to a neighbor or raise a quiet hand and I can come over and help you. So we are going to use the popsicle stick and the rubber band to bind your book. Binding means that sewing that's around the spine of your book. So you need to hold out your rubber band and kind of grab it so that there's a little bit of a loop on one end. That's leaving room for where your popsicle stick is going to be. You need to make sure that there's room on either side. So a loop on either side. See how I'm pinching so that there's a loop? So I'm going to pinch my rubber band so that there's a loop. And sometimes it can be nice to have a neighbor help you. And I'm going to put it in the middle, as close to the middle as I can, and putting it inside the book so that there's a little bit of this edge here inside the book, close to the middle as I can. I'm going to line that up. So I'm going to put a little dot here with a pen or a pencil or a marker, whatever you've got. 2 little dots, making sure there's a little bit of a loop on either side. Next, I'm going to use my hole puncher and I'm going to feed the binding and the papers in, and I'm going to try to line it up with the dots the best that I can and squeeze to punch those together. All right, line it up and squeeze. And it might be tricky because 10 pages and that's an awfully lot. All right, now I need to thread my rubber band through that hole, noticing that I'm not jostling my book around a lot. If I jostle my book around, if I wiggle it around a whole bunch, all my pages will move and it won't line up. So I'm going to feed it in so there's a loop, stick my popsicle stick in. You know I'm using a pencil, you'll have a popsicle stick. Stick my popsicle stick in, and I'm going to stretch it across to the bottom loop hole. Feed my rubber band in, stick the popsicle stick through, and I have a sketchbook. I can pull out some paper clips or some clamps that can hold your book together if you're having trouble doing that threading part without jostling your pages. But now this is a really great way to create a sketchbook. If I want to add more pages, I can take my popsicle stick out, take out the rubber band and add more pages in, but now I have an awesome book to keep some drawings or some ideas. I can't wait to see these awesome sketchbooks that you're going to make.